Good morning, children. Welcome back. Today we are continuing our workbook. Yesterday already we have done question number 1 to 1 A, B and C. Today let us continue with question number D. All of you please take out your workbook page number 51. So question number D is Sasmita and Rashmita are two friends. Sasmita gave rupees 400 to Rashmita for buying namkins. The cost of namkins is rupees 225. Rashmita gave her rupees 150 back. So here Sasmita and Rashmita are two friends. And one day Sasmita gave Rashmita rupees 400 for buying some namkins. And the cost of namkins is rupees 225. So Rashmita went to the shop, purchased the namkins, and she had given rupees 225 for namkins. And as she returned, she gave Sasmita namkins as well as the remaining amount rupees 150. She had given rupees 150 as the remaining amount. Okay, that is money left after purchasing or after buying namkins. Okay. So the first question is, did Rashmita give her the correct amount? So we have to find out that whether Rashmita had given her the correct amount or she cheated her or not. That we have to find out. Okay. So in order to find out that, what we have to do, we have to find the difference of the money given by Sasmita and the cost of namkins. So we can write it like this here. Sasmita gave to Rashmita how much rupees? Rupees 400. And what is the cost of namkins? So write here cost of namkins. Cost of namkins is rupees 225. So what is the actual money that to be returned? For that we have to find the difference of 400 and 225. So write like this, money left is equal to 400 minus 225. So let us do the subtraction over here. Write over here like this and do the subtraction. So write 400 minus 225. So here starting from the ones place, 0 minus 5. Is 0 minus 5 possible? No. So what we have to do? We have to borrow 110 from the tens place. As we borrow 110 from the tens place, 0 will become 10. So 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. Here we consider this as 10. As it is 0, we borrowed 1 to here. So we consider this as 10 and borrowed 1 tens towards there. So 10 minus 1 you will get 9 here. So it will become 9 tens and here it will become 3 hundreds. Okay. So 9 minus 2 is 7 and 3 minus 2 is 1. So the actual amount that is left is rupees 175. That means the shopkeeper had given Rashmita rupees 175 as the balance amount after the purchase of namkins. So Rashmita is having rupees 175. And how much amount she had given to Sasmita? Rashmita gave her only rupees 150. Actual amount that she have to give is 175, but she had given only rupees 150. So what is the question here? Did Rashmita given her the correct amount? Do you think Rashmita had given her the correct amount? No. Why? Actual amount that should be returned is rupees 175, but she given her back only rupees 150. So write the answer. No, Rashmita did not given her the correct amount. Okay. Now moving to the next part of the question. How much less money should Rashmita give back to Sasmita? So how much less money she had given, that we have to find out. How? Let us find here. Actual amount that Rashmita have to give is rupees 175, but she had given only rupees 150. Let us write like this. Rashmita given back to Sasmita. How much rupees? Rupees 150. Now actual amount Rasmita have to give her, how much amount she have to give her? She have to give her rupees 175. So how much less money should Rasmita give back to Susmita? That for that we had to find the difference of rupees 175 and rupees 150. So do the deduction here. 175 minus 150. What is the answer? You will get the answer rupees 25. So Rasmita have to give her rupees 25 more. Otherwise, she had not given rupees 25 to Susmita. Okay. So rupees 25 is the less money that Rasmita should give back to Susmita. Okay. Now, next question is question number E. Prerna had read 95 pages of a story book. Gauri has read 120 pages of that storybook. Who has read more pages and how many pages more? So, Prerna has read 95 pages of a storybook. And the same storybook Gauri also has read. But she read 120 pages. So, who has read more pages and by how many pages? So let us find out number of pages read by Prerna. How many pages Prerna read? She read 95 pages. So write here 95. Now number of pages read by Gauri. How many pages Gauri read? She read only 120 pages. So she read 120 pages and Prerna only 95 pages. So write like this. So from this 95 and 120, which is the bigger number? The bigger number is 120. So, who has read 120 pages? Gauri has read 120 pages. So, write the answer here. Gauri read more. And next question is how many pages more she had read? That we have to find out. For that, we have to find the difference of 120 and 95. So, more pages read is equal to 120 minus 95. When you subtract 120 and 95, otherwise 120 minus 95, you will get the answer 25. So Gauri has read 25 more pages than that of Prerna. Okay, so how many pages more Gauri read? Gauri read 25 more pages than Prerna. Okay, now moving on to the next question. 385 cars can be parked in a parking lot. On Saturday morning, 94 cars were parked there. How many more cars can be parked? So, the question is, in a parking lot, the maximum capacity of the parking lot is 384 cars. That means the maximum number of cars that can be parked is 384. And on Saturday morning, 94 cars were parked there. So, on Saturday morning, in that parking lot, 94 cars were parked. So, how many more cars can be parked? We have to find out how many more cars can be parked in that parking lot. So, let us write total cars that can be parked in a parking lot. Otherwise, maximum number of cars that can be parked in that in a parking lot is 384. That is 384 is the capacity of parking in that parking lot. Next, number of cars parked on Saturday morning. So Saturday morning, how many cars were parked there? 94 cars. So how many more cars that can be parked in that lot? We can find out. More cars that can be parked is equal to 384 minus 94. Why? Total is 384. Total capacity is 384. Already 94 cars is parked. So left remaining spaces that we have to find out. For that we have to do the deduction. It is actually left space for parking. So 384 minus 94. So do the calculation here. 384 minus 94. 4 minus 4 is 0. 8 minus 9 not possible. So borrowed 1 from the hundreds place to make it 18 tens. So 18 minus 9, you will get the answer 9. As 100 is borrowed to the tens place, here 3 become 1. Sorry, 2. So 2 minus nothing is there. So 2, write down 2 as it is. So 290 cars can be parked there. Already 94 are there. You can park 290 more cars in that parking lot. Next, moving on to the next question. A farmer packed 650 oranges. Out of these, 85 oranges got spoiled and had to be thrown away. How many oranges were left with the farmer? So, there was a farmer who packed 640 oranges. So, when he packed it, it was all good. After few days or after some time, out of these 650 oranges, 85 oranges got spoiled and had to be thrown away. So, out of the 650, the farmer found that 85 oranges got spoiled. So, what we will do? The spoiled oranges or spoiled fruits, what we will do? We will throw away. Like that, same way, the farmer has also thrown away these 85 oranges. So, what is the question? How many oranges were left with the farmer? So, total there was 650 oranges. But out of that, as 85 oranges got spoiled, he thrown away all these 85 oranges. So, we have to find out the remaining oranges or how many oranges were left with the farmer. So, what we have to do? We have to do subtraction, as we have to find the leftover. Okay. So, write like this. Number of oranges packed is equal to 650. The number of oranges spoiled. How many oranges got spoiled? 85 oranges got spoiled. So, number of oranges left is equal to 650 minus 85. So, you have to deduct 85 from 650. So, let us do the calculation here. 650 minus 85. So, 0 minus 5 not possible. So, borrow 1 from here and 5 will become 4. So, 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 8 is not possible. Again borrow from hundreds place to make it 14, and here it will become 5. So, 14 minus 8 you will get 6, and 5 minus nothing is there. So, bring down that 5 here. So, the answer is 565 oranges. So, how many oranges are left with the farmer? There are 565 oranges. Okay. Now, next question is, the total cost of a bat and a football is rupees 650. So, the total cost means when you purchase a bat and a football together, the total bill was rupees 650. If the cost of football is 475, find the cost of the bat. So, the cost of the football. What is the cost of the football? It is given as rupees 478. We have to find the cost of the bat. Okay. So, let us do like this. Total cost of a bat and a football. What is the total cost of a bat and a football? It is rupees 650. That means a bat and a football together will cost rupees 650. And cost of the football is rupees 478. We had given the cost of the football. So, together bat and football will cost 650, and football alone will cost rupees 478. We are asked to find the cost of the bat. In order to find the cost of the bat, what we had to do? We had to find the difference of this amount. Otherwise, total cost minus the cost of football. So, what is the total cost? Total cost is 650 minus cost of the football is 478. So, let us do the subtraction here. 650 minus 478. Okay. So, 0 minus 8 is not possible. So, borrow 1 from the tens place to make it 10, and this tens place 5 will become 4. So, 10 minus 8 you will get 2. Moving on to the tens place, 4 minus 7 is not possible. So, what we will do? We will borrow 1 hundreds from the hundreds place. So, we will borrow 1 from here to make this 14 tens, and this 600 will become 5 hundreds. So, 14 minus 7 is 7, and moving on to the hundreds place, 5 minus 4 you will get 1. So, rupees What is the cost of the bat? The cost of the bat is rupees 172. Okay, so children, you have to copy these answers in your workbook. I will give this in your notes also. So let us wind up the session for today. Thank you.